Very good morning. My name is Richard. I'm the captain of flight to La Romana, and we are very happy to welcome you to our flight, Eurowings flight, operated by Sun Express. And my first officer this morning will be Janu.
Good morning, my name is Janusz Simonsen, I'm the first officer, and I hope you will enjoy this flight to La Romana, and we have some interesting information later on for you.
And together with my cabin crew, we will fly the whole routing from Cologne to La Romana for the Airclips video. In the flight deck we will show you some cool facts we learned during the training and we're using every day for our daily flights. Alright, we got the routing already, and we checked together the routing for the flight to La Romana.
Yeah.
As you saw, our block fuel will be 63,000 kilograms. We took 400 kilograms for taxi, even we're going to depart from runway 14 left, which is a short taxi routing.
Yep.
Takeoff fuel will be around 62.6, and we have an additional extra fuel of around 14 minutes, and the trip time will be 9 hours and 37, maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah.
The routing itself, we have a random net track routing, and we're leaving via, I guess via Adara is our exit point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Adara.
Alright.
Entry 60.
Alright. So we are quite, we have a quite northern routing, even we have to turn there after a beam, Canada to the south. And we'll fly along the routing around to La Romana and join there after the New York area. Overhead, let's check together, around 45. So we're changing from Shanwick to Gander, from Gander to New York.
Yeah, let's check.
Alright, turbulence is around 330. Will last until, let's say, 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we'll tell the cabin to prepare the cabin for light turbulences, and the rest of the routing should be quite smooth until landing. It's quite good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The aircraft is fine.
Just the recline. The first officer
Right.
seat is not in.
Yeah. You check it out yet now?
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay?
It's fine. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I can.
You can sit comfortably.
Yeah, for 10 hours, it's okay.
It's 9 hours 35. Good.
Okay, this is off copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Aircraft stand is Alpha 17.
Alpha 17. All right.
The shuttle is informed. Pickup will be 25.
25.
Yeah.
9:25 local time. I will tell the cabin that the flight time will be around 9:30. 9:35. That's okay.
Yeah.
But let's try to climb up to 380, because we should be actually
Adara
at 360, and on the first 20 west we should climb again 380. So maybe we can climb already on 380.
Already on
380, shortly before Adara.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
to save some communications between the controller.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Right, perfect. Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our flight to La Romana. Today we will fly 9 hours and 35 minutes. And it will be at the beginning a quite rough flight. We have some turbulences. The turbulence will start around 3 hours 30 and will last till 5. So in this time, please be cautious with the trolleys, and please always be sure that the galley is secured. And in La Romana the weather is quite nice. We expect sunny afternoon and the temperatures around 30 degrees centigrade. Jano and I will fly together tonight, more or less two-man cockpit. And we ordered the fuel. The bus will be here in a couple of minutes. Jano, do you have any
No,
further
just
information?
the aircraft stand is Alpha 17. That's
So it's an
all.
open position for us. And whenever you're ready, we can start the journey.
Good morning. Beautiful day for flying. We will make an outside check right now. This is mandatory before every flight to check that every equipment of the aircraft is fit and safe to fly. So we start at the left forward fuselage and we check that all the pitot and static ports are free of obstruction. That the outflow valve is clear, that all the antennas are in correct position and not damaged, and we continue for the nose section. We check that the AOA probe is intact and the temperature probes down here. There you can see the pitot probes, and we step back a little and we have a clear view of the aircraft. This is the nose wheel. And we check the running surface. And here you can see the door of the avionic compartment. This is closed. And then we continue on for the left-hand side of the fuselage. So here's cargo loading in progress right now. Right-hand engine number 2, the CF6, which weighs around 5 tons and can produce a thrust of up to 310 kilonewton. We check that the fan blades are not damaged and there are no foreign objects inside the engine. All access doors to the engine are closed. All right. And then you check all the surfaces of the aircraft. This is the leading edge of the right-hand wing. So again, we check all the running surfaces of the tires. Here you can see the brake pins, which gives an indication of the wear of the brakes. This is the tail section, very loud because the APU, the auxiliary power unit is running, which produces electricity and breathe air for the air conditioning.
Well, this is quite normal on the ground. This is the second outflow valve on the rear section of the left fuselage, and this is in open configuration on the ground. So right now we are on the left hand side and we are checking the leading edge of the left wing. This looks quite fine, no dents. Okay, now I'm finished with the outside check and we go upstairs to Captain Richard and continue with the flight preparation.
Okay, Arno, we are standing, our parking stand is right now Alpha 17, so we will get a pushback and we will taxi from Alpha 17 to runway 14 left. It will be a short taxi routing via Lima, Bravo and Alpha 7 holding point, and then we'll make a lineup full runway length for runway 14 left. We expect... Did we get the clearance already?
Nope, I didn't.
Can you send? Yeah, you can send the clearance. Good, I sent.
Nervenich von Papa is fine, yeah.
We expect Nervenich von Papa departure out of runway 14 left. The minimum safe altitude is initially 2,800, and after we're crossing more or less inbound to Nervenich 3,800. Good. So 14 left. We have at 700 feet or above on a course of 136 inbound to Delta Kilo 132. We got an ATC message. One for left, now one Papa. Squawk 4105 slots. None. Good. So we got the clearance. That's quite nice. Well, I will continue with the briefing. Nervenich von Papa, out of runway 14 left, at 700 feet or above on a course of 136, inbound to Delta Kilo 132. Thereafter, inbound to Delta Kilo 146, 137, and Nervenich. We'll join after Nervenich the airway of 8868 inbound to Marbles. Speed restriction is only 250 below 10,000. Initially flight level is 340. You can climb up to 360. And the GPS is on high. The frequency for departure is 13535. The second one is standby. Initial climb will be 5,000.
Checked.
Let's continue with the numbers so we can put in the performance in there.
Yeah. I calculated the. Can you disconnect the ground power?
Alright. Let's put the actual numbers into the system.
Okay.
So we have 273 passengers in total. Let's write it down.
I got it here on the master.
273. So we have a take of zero fuel weight of 155.7.
155.7.
And a max zero fuel of 28.3.
28.3.
Gives us a takeoff weight of actual of 218.3 tons.
Checked.
And the landing mass should be
He's calculating 164.4.
This is correct. We have right now 163.8, but we're in the range, it's good. And our step trim is 4 up.
4.0, right?
Yes, correct. And the calculation was done for the departure 14 left with a weight of 222, so we're in the safe side.
Yeah. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Perfect. It's a comfortable departure, no stick restriction for the flaps.
Yeah.
And we have an underload of 14,240 kilograms. That's okay. We have some cargo in there. Okay. Can we compare the numbers along with you? Yep. And for the clearance itself, Nervenich 1 Papa, and the squawk is 4105.
4105.
Initial climb is 5,000 feet.
Checked.
Colonia-Bonn, we have 16905.
16905, correct?
Colonia-2 is 4205.
Yeah, exactly.
And Colonia-3 is 4226.
Yes.
Colonia-4 is 4660.
Yes.
And Colonia-5 is 63.
Yeah, perfect. That's good. You got your loads ready?
I got it.
We will pop up on time.
Are you guys have parking ready set?
Yes, yes.
Okay, remove the trucks and yeah, okay?
Thank you very much. Ciao.
Have a nice day, bye-bye.
Cheers.
So everything's done, right?
Yeah.
So this is the load sheet.
Yeah, if you close the door, I will make a short announcement.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, ciao. Ladies and gents, good afternoon to my flight deck captain. On behalf of the entire crew, I welcome in this flight to La Romana. We are ready to start. All doors are closed. We'll get our pushback in a couple of seconds. Our flight time this afternoon will be calculated around with 9 hours and 35 minutes. I will give you further details during the cruise. I hope you feel already fine on board. I wish you a very nice flight.
Pins, covers, removed. Signs. Fuel quantity.
We have 62,920 kiloliters.
Altimeters.
1004, 250
1004, 250.
kilos.
Windows, doors,
Closed.
closed. Beacon.
Is to go.
Park brake
Is
before start check is complete. Startup is approved according EOBT or CTOS.
and it's 40. It's 40.
Yeah, so we have our startup.
We are anytime ready for push and start.
Die Flugzeit wurde im Voraus mit 9 Stunden 35 Minuten berechnet. Wir möchten Sie bitten, Ihre Mobilgeräte wie Smartphones, Tablets und E-Reader.
Now, go ahead. Okay, please leave parking brake. The parking brake is released. Off button is 41. 41. on time. Remember last time? We were on time as well. Leaving yourself important.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good at 1 and 2. Perfect. Starting engine number 1 and 2 sequence. Engine starts. And engine 1 starting.
Im vorderen Bereich, 4 in der Mitte und 2 im hinteren Bereich der Kabine. Die Notausgänge sind mit dem Wort Exit gekennzeichnet. Fluchtwegsmarkierungen am Boden führen Sie zu diesen.
Alright, starting engine number 2. Ground?
Here's number 2.
Perfect. Engine 2 starts.
This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. All exits are equipped with lights. 2 exits are the front, 4 in the middle and 2 at the rear part of the cabin. Emergency exits are marked with the words exit. Floor level lighting will guide you to these exits.
The parking brake. The parking brakes. Alright, ground, you can disconnect all the ground equipment. Clear signal, please, from to your right here. The left hand side would be nice. Wish you a very nice day, see you next time. Thank you, just.
Okay, to the engine start, remove all the equipment and I'll see you on the right hand side.
Alright, see you on the right.
Bye bye.
Cheers. So my phone company goes up. And after that one, the most important thing for today's flight.
Yeah.
Sunglasses. Alright, flight controls. Are you ready?
Yep. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
So he's giving you a sign. Can you give him an okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. And watch out the rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Alright, very fast.
Machen wir after start noch?
Oh yeah, sorry.
After start, NTS.
Up.
Ecom status.
Next.
Trim.
We have 27.7% set. 0.
After start check is complete.
10 to overtake company traffic. Waiting on Alpha, taxi Bravo 10.
Urine 142 heavy request taxi.
Hearing Alpha 2, 9, commence taxi Bravo. I call you back in a second.
Yeah, start taxi Bravo, urine 142. Right here.
And left is clear as well. On to the left.
Yeah.
Ring 757, as soon as the 330 from the left has passed, left right, continue Bravo for Bravo 30. Ring 757 behind the 330 from left to right, continue Bravo, Bravo 30.
Probably you will give us left 7, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's nothing else possible.
Hearing 142, the first Airbus is now leaving taxiway, so continue Alpha 7 holding point.
Viewings 142, continue Alpha 7, holding point 1 for left.
Perfect. This traffic is gone.
Yeah.
Good. Brake checks.
Brake pressure 0.
Wings 142, report ready, 12497, show.
Yeah, ready on 12497, show.
Well, the nicest thing today is taxi. I love the taxi.
Yeah.
Especially with this big one, it's quite nice. So there's one traffic in there. The weather radar test is done.
Mike Papa, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, this is the microphone. Proceeding traffic inside.
Do you have any echo on your side?
Negative. Put it down to -11 or -10. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Range is 80.
163 Tango Foxtrot, vacate Alpha 3, contact ground 11725.
I will stay in the terrain mode.
Yeah.
You're staying on the radar. It gets
Okay.
done. V4 takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff, flight controls.
Checked.
Checked flaps.
2.
2. Takeoff speeds and flaps.
Mike Papa, turn left heading 160, clear track to RP approach runway 1 for left.
Flex.
Left 160, we are cleared.
151,
This is RP approach 1 for left.
156, flex 38, become memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to
And right,
line.
Below the line.
Takeoff runway.
1 for left, full length.
1 for left, full length, and PAX.
On engines.
Before takeoff check is complete.
Okay, ready for departure.
Current tower more, Eurings 142 heavy, ready for departure.
142 and 1, next inbound 5 miles able for expeditious departure.
Affirm.
142, wind 120 degrees, 11 knots, runway 1 for left, clear for takeoff.
Eurings 142, runway 1 for left, clear for takeoff. Cabin crew prepare for departure.
Good. Let's make it rolling. You are ready?
Yeah.
Good. Good, it's okay.
Right.
Starting what on? Chrono? It's good. So, left side is clear. One for left by the numbers. Done. Take off. Manual flag 38, SRS, runway, outer thrust blue.
Thrust set.
Checked.
V1 rotate.
Unit 183, wind 140 degrees, 11 knots, runway 1 for left, clear.
Doing 183, runway 1 for left, is left. Wo geht denn der Flieger, der vor uns das gestartet ist, hin?
Domrep.
Vom Anfang hin.
Thrust can climb, outer thrust. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
This is 3, hello, nochmal KNH 1003.
1, 2, 3, and one again, area over seconds, proceed back to the gate for fueling front of the 1.
This is 3, proceed direct threshold runway 1 for right and stand by for crossing runway 1 for left.
Stand by for crossing, inbound,
Speed check.
1 for right.
Flap 0.
Target 598 ready.
Direct forward runway 8, hello, line up runway 1 for left.
Line up runway 1 for left, during 598.
Lang und radar, more Eurings 142, heavy passing 2200, Germany 1 pop.
Eurings 142, hello, identified, climb by SID, flight level 150.
Eurings 142, climbing 150 by SID.
15,000 altitude.
Call back for descent, use 250 knots for sequence. Alpha, Sugar Bomb, following 8 Auto Zulu to Germany, descent level 250. 8 Auto Zulu, identified, descent flight level 220. Descent flight level 220, following 8 Auto Zulu. Meter 873, contact director 121, decimal 050, bye-bye.
Standard passing 56.
873, 121, decimal 050.
5. 11050, Padilla 87, good day.
Trans 5602, proceed inbound Elda, speed 280 knots or greater.
Inbound Elda and 280 knots or greater, 5602.
Delta Tango, contact radar 128.550.
12855, here, 31 Delta Tango, yes.
Wings 142, proceed direct Nafak.
Eurings 142, direct Navak.
Inbound to Navak.
Trans 5602, descent flight level 130.
Captain level 130, not Trans 5602. Roger, good cover, 598 Toulouse, 500 feet, cabin 5 doors.
598, hello, identified, climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, you're 598.
825 Alpha, descent flight level 70.
Descending flight level 70, you're 825 Alpha.
Ready to have 538, hello, descending level 250.
538, identified.
What do you think about the belts?
I think we can turn off. Okay.
Double check, so from the second floor, level 190, climbing level 230.
Triple forward, identified.
Yeah, order.
Done.
Right at the level 1 to Oscar, Romeo, request aircraft become.
Recommended max flight level is 370.
Farthest to 40 initially.
4104, level 1 from Romeo.
825 Alpha, contact director 121, decimal 050, bye-bye.
11050, 825 Alpha, choose.
426 Delta, descent flight level 160.
160, right, 142,
142, climb flight level 200.
Eurings 142, climbing flight level 200.
Not blue, flight level 2.
So to all of our viewers, you're right now passing flight level 150 and we're looking for initial cruise flight level 340, right? And we're heading to the southeast coast of Great Britain, and from there on we will continue crossing the Atlantic northern part of the Atlantic.
Number Sierra Romeo is identified. Are you ready to call? What is this? 4,000 feet you request is final.
That's request from level, but I can go on if you want.
It's one Hangela, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, higher. It's a good idea later on. Number Sierra Romeo, call for the clearance in 20 seconds.
Okay, Sierra Romeo.
Wings 142, contact Brussels 128.4505.
Brussels on 128.450, units 142 by.
Speed ready, speed context.
Brussels, good morning, Eurowings 142, heavy passing 186, climbing flight level 200, direct Malak.
Eurowings 142 Brussels, good morning, radar contact, climb to flight level 240.
Eurowings 142, climbing flight level 240.
Continue climb flight level 300, out of level 250, direct to Dana.
Eurowings 140, climbing flight level 300, out of 250, direct Denmark.
Pattern 372 uniform, maintain level 310 when reaching some opposite traffic, 1 minute out to 1000 above your grade level, Boeing 767.
Moment 310 reaching down, 370 uniform.
Ladies and gents, once more good afternoon from the flight deck. Your captain with some brief information to our flights. As we took off from Cologne inbound to the southeast, returned inbound to Brussels, we overflew London Heathrow and crossed Ireland. Right now we're overhead the North Atlantic and heading inbound to the east coast of the States. We'll pass by also Newfoundland and thereafter return inbound to the south. Inbound to the Bermudas, we will overfly the Turks and Caicos Islands. Thereafter we will be, after a short while, inbound to La Romana. We're on time right now. We expect landing at 2:25 local time. That's around in 7 hours, and our speed right now is indicated with 835 kilometers per hour over ground, and the altitude at the moment 38,000 feet, which equals around 11,600 meters. And during the afternoon we will try to climb a little bit higher to save some fuel. Dear passengers, I hope you feel fun on board, enjoying the flight with us. I wish you a very nice afternoon, and as soon as we get the weather of La Romana, we'll call you back. Good afternoon again from the flight deck. This is Richards, and we are already airborne. We are overhead the North Atlantic. We departed from Cologne. We passed by Ireland, and right now we are in the Shenvik FIR. We are approaching the coordinates of 50 north, 30 west, and we may expect some light turbulence in the next few minutes. But the weather here up in the sky is quite nice. It's sunny, and we will have the whole afternoon a nice ride to La Romana. Our takeoff in Cologne was quite long. We had to taxi very short. That's very inconvenient for the cabin crew because they have to prepare for the departure that the cabin is secured. And when we were approaching the holding point, the runway, another traffic was inbound, and we were cleared for takeoff in front of the traffic, so we had a chance to make a rolling takeoff, immediate takeoff. The takeoff weight itself, our aircraft was quite heavy. We had 218 tons, and our speeds was around 280 kilometers per hour during the rotation. And our initial climb was 18,000 feet, as I remember. And after we got the clearance to climb up to 38,000 feet, right now we are 38,000 feet. And we'll continue at that level until we burn off a little bit of fuel to get a little bit lighter, to continue up to 40,000 feet. The flight itself, we have around 6 hours and 30 minutes to go, and we expect an on-time landing in La Romana. We'll land at 2:30 local time. Very convenient for us because after the landing we have to take the bus to the hotel, the shuttle, and thereafter we will immediately change our dresses and we will jump into the Japanese restaurant, because over there they have very nice sushi and there is live music as well. Yeah, we are now overhead Shenwick FIR, and we have not really VHF or HF communication. We are communicating with the controllers down there in Shenwick via ARCROS. So we have our box. We can put all our requests, either it's vertical or lateral requests, speeds, and deviation requests into the box, into our ARCROS system, and within a couple of seconds we get the answer from Shenwick. ARCROS will guide us until, I guess, it will be around New York area, and during New York FIR we will most probably get kicked out, and we'll back up again with VHF radio communication. Well, you're watching the movie right now about our flight to La Romana, and I guess you're interested into flying, into aviation, into piloting stuff. I can just tell you that it's not that hard as you believe to become a pilot. There are a lot of ways and a lot of career possibilities in aviation. There is a European Flight Academy which assists you into piloting, into getting as well a good career into the Lufthansa group. And don't be worried about financing. Today you can get good loans and easy loans to become a pilot. And the schools, there are so many possibilities after your school career, after your education as a pilot, to get into the cockpits. Either you start on the short routes, in the medium, or in the long haul, as we do right now. And there are always ways to get into the cockpit. Doesn't care how old you are, which background you have, and which school you finished. What about languages? Actually, if you don't speak German, English is good. If you are not that well in English, you get a training anyway. Aviation English is not that difficult. And to get more information, you can see over here at the website how to get into aviation, into the piloting stuff. I became a pilot. Actually, it was a quite interesting way. As I finished my school, I started to get interested into aviation and into aircraft itself, and started my career actually in Vienna, in Austria. I started on the Dash 8-400, which is a turboprop aircraft. It's a short, medium hull. And thereafter, I had the chance to fly for a Turkish company, Sun Express, on a 737 for nearly 5 years. And after that, I applied for the long haul, and yeah, I did the examinations and the interviews and passed all of them, and flying right now for more than let's say 1.5 years on that 330. The challenge itself is that you're coming from the short haul. It's a totally different operation. Going on the medium haul, which is again different, and the whole long haul is a little bit more relaxed. On the other side, we're sitting here right now for already 5.5 hours. Well, we did 2 turns for about 10 degrees to the left or to the right, and we will sit here another 3 hours until we reach our destination. But it's a quite nice opportunity to see different corners of this planet, which you can never do it on the short haul. I started as a first officer, actually as a second officer, and became a first officer, and now I'm a captain for more than 10 years. And well, I like it. Actually, I love it. I love to fly. Every day I'm sitting in the aircraft. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
all know, my name is Jarno. I come from a small town near Frankfurt. I'm 41 years old, and I started flying with an airline company in 2015. Before I was a dentist. When I was 20, for some reason, I started studying dentistry. I worked for almost 8 years as a dentist, and well, because I never lost the dream becoming a pilot, since my father is a pilot. I started attending pilot school in 2012, and I finished in 2014, and then with some luck I had the chance to attend the assessment center of Sun Express Germany. At first I was on the 737 fleet out of Frankfurt, and after 2 years we had the chance to apply for a long haul operation on the A330, and that's what I started last year in August with type rating. And on the Eclipse channel you can see quite a lot of cockpit videos of different airliners, and most of them they introduce their aircraft as one of the best airliners in the world, but we are now here in the A330, and probably this is really the best aircraft you can fly. Since like on many other aircraft from other manufacturers, you don't have a table for them. So for 8 or 9 hours flight time, this is our office.
If you're still really not satisfied and sure if you become a pilot, or if you want to become a pilot, then look at our layover. Who am I? Well, I am flying for Eurowings. I am employed by Sun Express, which had the opportunity to start the long haul for Eurowings in Cologne. And as I told you before, I came from the medium haul 737 as a captain, and started here as a captain on a 330-200 in the name of Eurowings, employed by Sun Express.
Right now we are cruising at flight level 400, and we have left the oceanic area, and we are right now in waters, airspace, and we have still some time until top of descent and until the approach briefing of Captain Richard. We're coming closer to our top of descent, and we need to make all the preparations in the approach briefing, and so you join us later for the approach briefing of Richard.
We are starting soon with our approach, so whenever you're ready I can start with my approach briefing.
I'm ready.
Good, my friend. So the big picture itself, we have a short runway. We're still quite heavy with around expected 166 tons for landing. The airfield is okay, the weather is good, and the NOTAMs we check together at the departure. Quite good. Let's start with the fuel. The extra fuel during the arrival will be around 26 minutes, it's 2.1 tons. And in case of diversion to Santo Domingo, the routing for the approaches in there, if we cannot land there, we will go around, discontinue, we go to Santo Domingo, and the fuel will be around 4.5 if we are landing in Santo Domingo, so it's quite good fuel-wise. For the flat plane itself, the top of descent is starting 1750. We will proceed by Karen Mackie to Petri. Thereafter we'll start the Petri 1 Delta arrival. The Petri 1 Delta is leading us inbound to Lima Romeo 410 and to Biben. Overhead Lima Romeo 410 we have a speed constraint of 220 knots and an altitude constraint of 6,780 feet. And overhead Biben we have a speed constraint of 210 knots and an altitude constraint of 3,450 feet or above. Thereafter we will continue inbound to Lima Romeo 450 to Virno, which is more or less an outer marker at 3 degrees descent, 2,000 or above. And then the minimum today is, check again, for the runway 11, Arnott GNS approach is 690 feet plus a 50 increment, gives us 740 set. In case of go-arounds, at Lima Romeo 455 at 640 feet or above, we'll continue inbound to Lima Romeo 456, inbound to Mopo, and climb to 3,000 feet. Join in.
Yeah, checked.
Then performance itself, as we briefed before, we have QNH of 101, a temperature around 27 degrees. The wind right now is 70 with 10. We will get an update as soon as we get in contact with the tower. The transition level is 185, approach should be around 134, and the plane speed is 205. VLS is 129 now, minimum 740 as a briefed. It will be comfort full landing, and the calculation was done. Check again. Oh, it's done. It's gone. Let me put again the numbers into the landing tool. We got a wind of 70 with 10. Gives us a landing distance of 2,062 meters, which is factored around 2,370 meters. So the margin will be nearly 600 meters. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. So I will plan a full landing full and auto brake low. After the landing, we have to make a backtrack. So we are coming in runway 11. We will make a touchdown. We will land, and we have to backtrack again on the runway 29. Most probably we'll vacate if there's no other aircraft parking there. Alpha 2 and go to the apron. And normally, as I remember, last time we were parking around 3, 4, or 5. Perfect. So for the performance itself, I've done. Thereafter, the RATNAV. Right now there's nothing there. It's quite too early to put something. And the approach will be done via nav and flat pathing. So since we have a 3 degrees flat path angle and the minimum sector altitude is 3,500 feet, should be no factor at all. The vertical speeds, the descent rate should be around, let's say initially with the ground speeds, should be around initially 180, so they want us to reduce the speed as soon as possible. I guess it will be around 700 to 800 feet, and after we go with 3 degrees. We will do a stabilized approach. They want us to establish as soon as possible. If there's a visual contact with the ground and the airport, most probably they will ask us for a visual approach. We can do the visual approach as well.
Yeah, checked.
I will fly with the autopilot, and as soon as we have the runway inside, disengage the autopilot and fly manually. Do you have any
questions?
Thank you very much.
Euro wing 142, contact Miami Center 126.45.
Miami 126.45, Eurings 142 good. Miami good, Eurings 142, heavy descent flat level 310, down, as you go.
Alles gut? So, sind wir starten.
Ja.
Beginn der Crew.
Yeah. Do you have enough time for that?
Yeah.
Is there enough time?
Yeah, there is. There is a lot of time. You can spend the whole evening at the pool.
What day is sunset? Local time.
It's 8.
142 heavy, cross the Evo intersection at maintain flight level 2 of an Evo.
Eurings 142, cross Azevo and maintain flight level 270.
270. All blue speeds descents. So, fast belts. I think it's probably a concept of the needed change. Service times. You have to call Santo Domingo 10 minutes before entering Santo Domingo.
Okay to see.
Yep.
Santo Domingo control with the Eurings 142 heavy.
270, Southwest 2682. Heading 142 Santo Domingo, radar contact after Kilo for direct speeding. For the Alpha approach, runway 11 at La Romana, QNH 3004.
Bearings 142 after Zero, direct lead-in for the UNAF approach runway 11 and altimeters 2004. We're still with Miami.
Roger.
Can you give me the latest weather of La Romana?
11 use. Tiene 1.08 knots. Correction, 30 wind. Wind on Romana to factor of wind 15 knots, tienen 30.04, visibility more effective range.
2004, thank you. Bearings 142. So back on number 1.
No cold changes. In the meantime,
Okay.
we passed 2000. It's approaching 1000.
Yeah.
When this copies,
I stay with Santo Domingo.
142 heavy.
Bearings
Santo Domingo control, 124.3, have a good afternoon.
Bearings 142 heavy, Santo Domingo 124.3. Good day. Bearings 142 now with you.
Roger, 142.
so
3004.
Santo Domingo, JetBlue 1411. JetBlue 1411, Santo Domingo, right. Tower level 350, estimate peak speed 1757, scorpion 5715.
Asivo and then direct Eben for the ANAF 11.
Yes. Asivo even. E6. Hold start. Today we will sleep good, I guess. After some sushi. After some sushi we will sleep quite well.
Healing 1 position to 16,000 feet, flight direct Biden.
Bearings 142 descending 16,000 feet direct Biden.
Inbound to Baiban and 16,000. All through, thrust idle, open descent.
Spark now, 1134.
Okay, spark 1134. Captain Domingo, say that frequency again, United 1042.
127.8.
1278, thanks.
So, Baiban we have to be at 3,000 feet or above. Maximum speed is to 10. Increase a little bit the speed to get straight up our altitude.
Cleared altitude.
That's correct. Altimeters.
3004 241.
3004 241. Ocean. Looks a little bit cloudy, but it's not. It's quite nice. We can see the islands. The islands. So after Baiban, the initial approach fix 3000. Inbound is 109. Initial fix.
Good afternoon, radar contact. Contact you all approach 119.
Good. The GPS primary is on high.
Okay, we're still
Priority is 2.0, estimated 0.09. It's okay for us. Approach.
Airway 142, contact Las Americas approach 93, bye.
On the 19 bearings 142 back. Approach 100, bearings 142 heavy, passing 196, descending 16,000.
Airway 142, Las Americas approach, Roger. Radar contact, descend to 4,000 feet, break to 5.
Bearings 142 descending 4,000 feet direct Biden.
Altitude 4,000.
Unit 30.04.
Opposite is climbing 500 feet above us.
so happy to have at least a few hours at the beach. It was so cold the last couple of days.
It was, yeah.
1 week before it was 10 plus in Germany. And then I came back from Mexico and it was 0.
Yeah, I know. Same here, yeah.
And until my next rotation I have 10 days.
Yeah, alright. So we're happy to have a little bit of sun now. But the next week the weather should be quite nice in Germany, I heard.
Yeah. Spring is
approaching. 15 degrees, 16, 17 degrees.
Runway 142, clear for the aircraft approach runway 11 back.
Bearings 142, clear on approach.
Runway 142, confirm indicator speed.
Bearings 142, we have 250.
Oh yeah. Control code 866, passing it up, sending 6000 of course to Titan. Condor 866, South America's approach to Roger, radar contact. Number 2 in the sequence. Your traffic is now at 2 o'clock, your position 21 miles southbound, leaving 7,000 feet, descending is Airbus A330.
Yeah. We could go down for 3,000, we are cleared out of approach.
Checked.
Okay.
Just waiting for the ground contact. There's some high turbulence over here.
5,000. Completely descent 5,000, code 866. United 1473 for higher contact Santo Domingo North Sector 124 decimal 3. 4, that's what United. Montelínea 806, cuando listo, siempre
good. Ground contact 3,000 feet until 5 and after 25.
What do you want? Okay, no problem, sir. That is best as is approved, but it is not that much your route point. Okay, I see. Okay, a little confusion there. Okay, we're direct basis, Delta 901. Thank you. Control, el survey al 8606. Sí, señor, prosiga. Autorizado aproximación visual, pista 01, pendiente para acá. Láser 2966,
airport runway inside.
Contacto radar, continúan a dual para la borde media pista 35. Pendiente por las otras condiciones del tiempo en las Américas, y continúa en descenso a 4.000 pies.
Flaps 1.
Directo a Naúl, borde media pista 35, 4.000 pies, láser 2966.
At below MSA.
Checked. Oh, descent. So, it was 2,500.
Everyone 142, contact Romana Tower, 118.6.
Tower 118.6, bearings 142, good day.
186.
La Romana Tower, buenos días, bearings 142, on up 11.
142, La Romana Tower, continue on up approach runway 11, wind at 052 degrees, 15 knots. Report to final, runway 11, 90 seconds.
Bearings 142, cleared on approach 11.
Good. Runways in sight. So far. Next is 2,000. Flaps. Flaps 2.
Speed check, flaps 2.
Good, done. Flat path angle.
2500.
Checked, we're starting at Vuelo.
Romana, en Hotel India 8 final y puesto casado.
Get on.
Llamo de Colando. Recibido.
Get on.
Tu voz. Alpina tu voz.
Bearing control to party going on my
So in case of go around 3 Charles.
Don't 142 is taxi, runway 11, wind 060 degrees, 1 knots.
Bearing control to runway 11, tail left. There we go. Yeah.
Minus 3 degrees. And flaps 3.
Speed checked. That's true.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. That's all.
And landing checklists.
Landing check test. Memo landing on blue.
Landing on blue. Manual thrust, manual flights. Flight directors and flights. Checked.
Está bien para yo pasar cambio.
1015, 788, volver.
Minimum.
88,
Continue. Speed is checked.
15 knots straight from the left.
Check it.
10. 11 on path. 15 from the left.
Check the speed is checked correctly.
100,
10 knots.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, reach ball.
Spoiler, reverse green, descent.
Checked. And we're braking.
No auto brake.
Checked.
Doing 142 at the end, make 180, back taxi, correction, backtrack room 11, Lucky by Alpha, remain in position 4.
Last, look at 8, Condor 866 on the
Wat doe je dit, Jan?
runway 11.
Yep.
There is one point. Backtrack and move to vacate Alpha to position.
Condor 866, Lamar Tower, inside, continue approach room 11, wind 080 degrees, 12 knots. And report correction, continue approach runway 11. Traffic at point 763, making 180 at the end of the runway. Adjust.
763.
Okay, Condor 866, continue approach.
Did he met us?
Yes, we are at 330.
Sir, we are A330.
Station call second.
We are A330.
Airbus 330.
A332, Roger, thank you. Traffic A332, making 180 at the end.
Well, that doesn't matter. We have to look out for the aircraft independent of the aircraft.
Middle wings 142, as possible, expedite back heading runway.
Yeah, we're expediting, so. They might wonder whether it's for the Boeing 767.
Runway 66, clear to land runway
Very
11,
slightly to
20
the
degrees,
left
1 to knots.
and to 3 to the right.
866.
That should be
Airwinds 142 for the marshal stop position for taking a break for your cooperation.
yeah, thank you.
Good, the Willans wants us to go right
Yeah.
and then left again.
Yeah. That's the martial side. That's it.
I turned it off already. Oh.
Romana, en el gran de línea 812.
Please. Up oblique, please. Up oblique, yeah. Thank you.
Línea 812, Romana, buenas tardes.
El 812, señores, Bravo 206 desde Casa de Campo hacia su estación, piloto solo, 1 hora 500 pies.
Hotel India 812 recibido, autorizado para aterrizar directo, aviación general, viento 050 grados 10 nudos, con H3001. Siguiente ustedes señales.
Parking, engines, radar predicted windshield, fuel pumps, park brake, parking, checklist completed.